Okay, welcome everyone. So today's lecture is important because in this lecture we are going to discuss the joins. So whenever we learn the SQL, important part of the SQL is always the joining the tables. That's the SQL joins. So now, what is a joins? Joins are nothing but we know that we never store the data in a single table. We store the data in a multiple tables, but they are related with each other. Sometimes we need to retrieve the related data together. Now, for an example, at one place we are storing the names, another place we are storing the address, just for an example. And we want to retrieve the name and address together. So name is available in a different table and addresses are available in a different table. So to retrieve them together, we take a help of joins. Simple. So simply you can say that in SQL, joins are used to get the data from two or more tables based on the relationship between some of the column in the tables. Always remember, in most of the cases, we will use primary key of the first table and the foreign key of the second table. Getting data from table by using the relationship, we reduce the duplication of the data in every table. That's very simple. You might have been understood that if I store everything together, multiple things can be duplicated. So what we do, we normalize the table, keep the information in separate tables, and while retrieving, we take a help of joins. Okay. So understanding the joins, let's come here. So concept of understanding joins will be clear to you. Okay, so we have a one table. Select star from one. Okay, let's say this is the table we have. Okay, so this is the table what we are having. In this, what we have done, we have stored the information about all the Bollywood actor and actresses. So here what I'm going to do now, I'll create two different tables based on this. In one table, we'll have a 3 male records. In second table, we'll have a 3 female records. So how do we do that? We know that table M Bollywood, create table M Bollywood as select. Okay, we'll not take the entire things. We'll take a name, age, and gender. We'll take 3 things from Bollywood. Okay, where hence we are creating only for the male record. So in the condition we'll say that where gender equal to M. Gender equal to M and row num less than 4. Because we want only the 3 records. So we want less than 4. Now let's execute this. Okay, we got an error that name already used by an existing object. So let's check that first. What all we have in that table. Otherwise, we'll drop that table and create a new. Okay, here already we have Sanju, Ranveer. Okay, so we'll do one thing, we'll drop this because we are taking here name, age, and gender. So here, simply I'll say that drop table M. I'm dropping it. So one table is dropped. So we can create new now. Table is created. Now check the record here. We have a Sanju, Ranveer, but we have a age, gender as well. Correct? Now, let's say we want to create the same way another table, F Bollywood. F represent females. So we'll return the female Bollywood. Everything will be the same here. Gender will be the F. That's it. So I execute it here. We may get an error that it is already existing. Yes. So we'll do one thing. We'll drop the table F Bollywood, which is the existing one. We have been dropped. Now we can create it. Let's create it. Now let's check the record. F Bollywood. Okay. So we have Priyanka, Ileana, Alia. Okay. Now let's take an example that these female actresses are the heroines and male actors are the heroes, and we have a pair in between. Some of the heroines are heroines of some of the actors. Correct? Now, we want to retrieve actor along with his pair as a heroine, but both are available in a different table. So I'll remove this now. Let's remove this also. Okay, so simply both are available in a different table. Hence, both are available in a different table. What can be done here? Cannot be retrieved from one table. It has to be retrieved from two different tables. So in that case, what we do, this from is used for the source. So we can use two different sources. We'll say F Bollywood as a F and M Bollywood as a M. Correct? Now if I execute this, what happened? Whenever you're choosing more than one source in a from clause, automatically join get performed. What do you mean by join get performed? Row of left table get joined with a row of right table. But the problem here is this particular IDPMS, or we can say the Oracle, does not know which heroine belongs to which hero. Correct? So in that case, what it will do, it will join each row of table 1, or you can say the left table, with each row of right table. So what is the maximum possibilities? Priyanka can have a 3 hero, Ileana can have a 3 hero, Alia can have a 3 hero. The possibilities are 9 records. So you will get a result here as 9 records. Clear? So when you get this record, this is called a Cartesian product. Cartesian product simply means what? Each row of table 1 get joined with each row of table 2. That's called a Cartesian product. Maximum possibilities. Very simple here. But we don't want this way. It is showing the Priyanka as a heroine of Sanju, Ranveer, everyone. But we want to appropriate pairs. Appropriate simply means what? If Priyanka is a heroine of Ranveer, we want a result of Priyanka and Ranveer only. So for that purpose, currently we have one problem, that we have not assigned the relationship between the table. So hence relationship is not assigned. First, we have to assign the relationship. And how do we assign the relationship? With the help of primary key and foreign keys. Clear? So let's do one thing here. We'll say alter table F Bollywood add ID number. What we have done here, alter table, table name, add one column, their data type and size. Table is altered. Same way we'll alter with the M Bollywood. Okay, so it is done now. Now if we'll see from the F Bollywood, we have one extra column ID. Same way with the M Bollywood, we will have one extra column as ID. Correct? Now let's assume that these actors are the primary key column and same ID in F Bollywood is a foreign key column. Clear? So we have to give here a unique values. So we'll give a unique value here. So we'll say create sequence S1. If it already exists, we'll get an error. So first we'll stop that. Now we'll create it here. And we'll create it. Now with the help of the sequence, we'll update the embodiment. So we'll say update M Bollywood set ID equal to S1 dot next value. Why the 17 record? Okay, this is something wrong. We have done it here. 3 rows updated, but the problem is it is updated some different values here. No problem, we'll check it out. We'll select star from M Bollywood. We have one 18, 19, 20 as ID of Sanju, Ranveer, and Ranveer. Clear? Now the same thing what we'll do now, we have to make a relationship between them. So for making the relationship, let's say we are having this one, Priyanka. So, okay, we have to remember that also, that what is, we have it here. Sanju 18, Ranveer 19, Ranveer 20. Okay, Sanju, Ranveer, Ranveer and Ranveer. So now we have to decide first that who is the actress of which actor. So Priyanka. Priyanka के लिए कौन ठीक रहेगा? Let's say it's a Sanju. Okay, so or we can say Ranveer because we have given the age as 18. And the age is 18, so we'll make it here with a Ranveer. So if you want to make a Ranveer, what we have to do? Alter table, sorry, not alter table, update Bollywood set ID equal to. What is the ID of Ranveer? Do you remember? So I have to check it here again. Ranveer is a 19. So we'll make it here 19. Where name equal to Priyanka. Okay, so we have made it here Priyanka and we'll update. 0 rows updated. Let's see why it has happened. I think I have made a mistake. Possibilities are there that this Priyanka is containing the spaces. So we'll use it here. And so trim will make sure that no spaces should be considered. One row is updated. Clear? Now, next is a Ilyana. He's a 32 years old. So for this, we have to have a Sanju. Sanju is, I think, 18. So we'll make it here. 18, where name equal to Ilyana. Done. Now who's remaining here? Remaining is Alia. So for Alia, we have Ranveer. But Alia says that I don't want to work with the Ranveers. She don't want to become the heroine of Ranveer. So, but we don't have any other option here. So she told me that I also want to become a heroine of Ranveer. Is it possible? Yes, it is. So we can set ID number 19 for Alia as well. Okay, so now here, I hope if I execute this, we get a Cartesian product. And you can see that so we got all the 9 rows. But if I ask you, which is a correct pair? Are you in a position to answer me? Yes, you are. Because you can check this ID with this ID. If it is matching, they are the pairs. Otherwise, they are not. So this first row is invalid pair. Second row is a valid pair. Third is also invalid. Sorry, I'm checking the ID here. Third is also invalid. Fourth is valid, and so on. So you just compare this ID. Same thing you have to provide here, that what kind of records you want. So we can say where this ID belongs to females. This ID belongs to males. So we'll say where f dot ID equal to m dot ID. Can we say we got a correct pair here? Ilyana with Sanju. Alia with Ranveer as well as Priyanka is also with Ranveer. It's a correct one. Very simple here. Ranveer does not have any heroine. So simple here. Now you can see if I want to store this together, what will happen? I have to store the Ranveer record 2 times where we have all the informations as the same. But we have stored only once, but with the help of join, we can retrieve according to their relationship. This is the total concept of join. But in SQL, it says that this where clause to be used for condition purpose, not for joining purpose. So for joining purpose, a join keyword has been introduced. Join keyword has been introduced. So in that join keyword, how to write the sentence? Very simple. Let me copy the same and we'll paste it here. So we'll say select star from Bollywood F, comma, M. Now here you are not allowed to give a comma. You have to use a keyword. Simple here. So we are saying that this table join with this table. Correct? Instead of where. Now where is a compulsion part, otherwise we'll not come to know what is the relationship is there. So whenever we are using a join, there's a one clause called as a on. On is nothing but it is a clause for joining condition. Correct? So same joining condition is f.id is equal to m.id. Now same syntax has converted into the joining syntax. And if I execute this, we get the same result. Very simple. This just I have given an example to understand how the join get performed. And this join keyword is helping you to join the tables. We got the same. This is the joins in the SQL. Clear here? Let's come ahead. So I hope the concept of join is clear. Yes. Now we'll talk about the different types of joins. Okay, just hold it. Yes. So simply, when we talk about the joins, you understood. Now there are different types of joins are available. What different types of joins are available? cross join, inner join, left join, right join, full join, self join, natural join, and semi or anti join. These are the different types of joins. So semi and anti joins are not actually the joins. They are mostly used with the help of subqueries, but sometimes it comes in the category of joins. So usually you can say you have 7 different types of joins. Simple. So for this purpose, what you have to do, one thing get clear in your mind that what all is written here, cross, inner, left, right, full, all these are the keywords. They decides what type of join you are performing. Simple. Self is not a keyword. Semi and anti is not a keyword. Even I told you that semi and anti joins are performed with the help of subqueries. Hence, it is performed with the help of subqueries. That means it is actually not a join, but it comes sometime in the categories of the joins. Just I have included here that if you have been asked what is a semi-anti join, you should be in a position to answer this. Simple here. Okay. So again, I'll repeat: cross, inner, left, right, full. These are the keywords which decides what type of join you are performing. Very simple here. Now, sometime you will see that, or currently only you have seen that I have not used any keyword, just used a join. Correct? No keyword is used here. So whenever you are not using the keyword, then by default, it is a inner join. Or in other words, you can say that all the joins are the by default inner joins until you are not separately mentioning what kind of join you want to perform. So simple here. Okay. So first of all, let's come here again. What is a cross join? Cross join is nothing but a join which returns Cartesian product, which return the Cartesian product. What is the Cartesian product? Each row of table 1 get joined with table 2. In the beginning, you have seen that 3 records we had in M Bollywood, 3 records we had in F Bollywood, and the result we got as 9 records. So when it was a 9 record, that is nothing but a Cartesian product, and that type of join is called as a cross join. So how to perform a cross join? You have to use a keyword cross. Okay, so SQL cross join produces a result set, which is a number of rows in first table multiplied by the number of rows in the second table. So 1 is related with all 3, 2 is related with all 3, 3 also related with all the 3. Clear here? Simple. Now let's perform it. We'll go here. Now I am using a cross. So I have mentioned a special join, that's a cross join. What is a cross join? Cross join return all the records, but the problem here is we have said that only those records in which f.id is equal to m.id. So this syntax becomes the error here. So whenever you use a cross join, you are not allowed to use on keywords. And if you can execute this, you got a Cartesian product. That's called a cross join. Simple here. So this is nothing but a cross join. Clear? After the cross join, we have the next one. The next one is called an inner join. I told you that by default, all the joins are inner joins. So what's the inner join is? Inner join simply means which returns only the matching records. What do you mean by the matching here? Matching here means when we give a condition or we can give an on clause. In our example, we have given on f.id equal to m.id. It returns only those records where ID is matching in both the tables. So it returns only and only the matching records. So we already had an example of that also. So we can see, okay, so this is a cross join. Now let's come here and we'll write here inner join as well. So we'll say select star from Bollywood F. Instead of cross, we'll use a keyword inner. Correct? But when you're using an inner join, except cross join, for all the joins, you have to give an on clause. On m.id equal to f.id. Now if I execute, we get only the matching records. You will see that we don't have a record of Ranbir. Even though we have 3 records, but we don't have a record of Ranbir. That is called a matching records. Now let's see if I see here Bollywood F. Okay. And here I'm inserting one record. I say insert into F Bollywood values. Let's say I'm inserting one value as Priyanka, Eliana, Alia. Anybody can suggest me anyone? Anybody else? Aishwarya. Aishwarya. Age 39. Gender F. And ID is his hero's ID. अब ऐश्वर्या का हीरो कौन है? Abhishek. And we don't have Abhishek here, so she will not choose anyone. So we'll keep it a blank. One row is inserted. Now if we check the record here, we have a Ash as well. But when I'm executing this inner record, it is not returning the Aishwarya as well, nor Ranbir, because it always returns only and only the matching records. That's only called inner join. So simple here. Very simple. Okay, so let's move ahead. So we were talking here. So inner join is clear to everyone. Next is, here is the example I have given. Select star from table 1, A, join table 2B on A.id equal to B.id. Now here, in this join, if I have not used any of the keyword, by default, it is as a inner join. So how it is going to work? Entire row of this table, entire row of this table. So now in the result, we are going to have 1, 2, 3, and 4 columns. So it will pick up a 1A, 1 come matching 1. So we'll be with 1M, 2B with 2N, 3C with 3P, 4D, we don't have a 4, so 4 will not be a part of result. Same, 5 will also not be a part of the result. Hence, it is a inner join. Clear here? Now we have an outer join. What is the outer join? Inner join returns only and only the matching records. Inner join returns only and only the matching records. But what about unmatching records? Now, for an example, I want unmatching record as well. So up till the 1999, there was only the option of inner join. After that, outer join has been introduced. Now, what is the outer join? Outer join returns unmatching record as well. Now, in the unmatching records, we have three types of unmatching records. One, unmatching of left table, unmatching of right table, and unmatching of both the tables. So when you say unmatching of right, left, and both, so based on that, outer join has been divided into three outer joins: left outer, right outer, and full outer. Simple. I'll repeat once again. So pay attention carefully. So simply we can say that inner versus outer. Inner always return only and only the matching records, whereas outer returns unmatching records as well. First, you have to understand one thing. If it is a join, matching record तो आएंगे ही आएंगे. But if it is the outer join, it will return matching plus unmatching based on which outer join you are using. So left outer join means what? Matching plus unmatching record of left table. Right outer means matching plus unmatching record of right table. Full joins means what? Matching plus unmatching record of left table as well as right table. Clear here? That's it. Inner versus outer joins. Now this is the left join. So what does the left join does? Left join returns all the matching plus remaining record of left table. So can we say it is returning all the record of the left table regardless of any matching record in the right table? Understand the example here. See, here I have not written the outer, but when you use a left, right, or full, by default, it is a outer join, because in inner, we does not have anything called as a left, right, or a full. So let's come here. And here, this is the cross join we have written. This is the inner join. Now let's go to the third. And here instead of inner, I'll use it here, left join. Either you can write a left join or you can write a left outer join. Meaning will remain the same. Now what's the difference here? If I execute this query here, you will see we got a Aishwarya as well. ऐश्वर्या का यहाँ पे कोई मैचिंग रिकॉर्ड नहीं है, but फिर भी hence it is a left join. It is returning all the matching plus unmatching of left table. That's the only understanding about outer join. Clear here? Okay, so let's come back here. So here I have written a left join syntax. So how it is going to work? First, It will join the entire row of table, this left table as well as the right table. Then 1A will go with 1M, 2B with 2N, 3C with 3. So can we say initially it has returned all the matching records, but hence it is a left join. कौन सा record आएगा? Left side का 4D. 4D के साथ 5Q नहीं आएगा, but hence it is the row is not completed. 2 null will be added. 2 null will be added. Clear here? So this is the left outer join. So simple. Same way, right join. Now it's exactly opposite to left join. So in the right join, it will return all the matching records plus unmatching record of right table. Syntax will remain the same, just we are making the changes as a right join. So let's see here. We have returned one right join syntax. So in this, it is going to return all the matching plus unmatching of right table. So first, entire row of this row table, entire row of this table. 1A with 1M, 2B with 2N, 3C with 3P. Now which record will be here? 4D? No. 5Q because it's a right side. So 5Q, but again we don't have a complete row. So this time, this side null will be added. Clear here? This is the right. Let's try it practically as well. Copy the syntax. Go here. And instead of left, I'm using a right. Whether it's a right outer or only right, meaning will remain the same. Here you will see that I have written the left outer. Here I am using only the right, meaning will remain the same. Up कौन सा record आएगा? Instead of Ash, which record will come? Ranbir. So now if I execute this, we are not having an Ash, we are having a Ranbir because it is a right join. Clear here? Simple to understand. So the last one is called a full outer join. Last one in a outer join. So how do we write that full outer? Let's copy this. Come here. And we can use full. Correct? Hence we are using a full here. Now it is going to return the full join. So before executing this, let's understand here. So what does a full outer join does? Matching plus unmatching of left as well as right. So how it works? Now in this 1A, sorry, first row of table, this and row of table, this will make a complete row. 1A with 1M, 2B with 2N, 3C with 3P. Hence it is a full. 4D will be a part of result. But will we have a 5Q with the 4D? No, it's not matching. So here it's going to add the null. Then we have a 5Q as well. Plus 5Q ke saath bhi null. So this will be the result. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 records. Simple. 3 are matching, 2 are individuals unmatching. So now can you tell me what will be the result here? How many rows will be there? 5 rows. If I execute, we got Ash with the null and Ranbir also with the null. Only the difference is Ash is having a left table as a null and right table as a null, and Ranveer has a left table as a null. Simple here. Very simple to understand. Yes. So simply we can say that you know now cross join, this one, inner join, left join, right join, and full join. Simple. Okay, let's move ahead. So we know the inner, outer, and full. Now we have to talk about a natural join. What's a natural join? Natural is an additional keyword other than inner or outer. I'll repeat once again. Natural is an additional keyword other than inner or outer. So when we use a natural join, that time whichever is a common column between the left and right table will automatically considered for join clause. What is the join clause? On clause. So that on clause will take those column for joining purpose, which is a common column. That's the only difference between natural join and our other joins. In the natural join, only the problem occurs when you have multiple columns are common. Natural join कब create करता है problem? जब आपके लेफ्ट और राइट टेबल में मल्टीपल कॉलम आर कॉमन. Okay, understand here. Only one more difference again here is in regular join we get common column for the left as well as right, but in natural join we get common column only for once. We get the common column only for once. Understand here? Okay. Now, the table what we have, in that we have a name, age, gender is a common. Plus ID is also common. So now it will take all the column for joining clause. अब यहाँ पे क्या हो रहा था? जिनकी आईडी मैच कर रही थी वही रिकॉर्ड्स आ रहे हैं, करेक्ट. लेकिन यहां पे अगर मैंने टेक इट सेपरेट, बट यहां पे अगर मैंने कीवर्ड यूज किया नेचुरल, अब नेचुरल में प्रॉब्लम क्या होगी? इट विल ऑटोमेटिकली पिक अप द ऑन क्लॉज. यहाँ पे आप ऑन क्लॉज नहीं दे सकते. सबसे पहली बात तो ऑन क्लॉज. ऑन क्लॉज अब हम कहाँ पे नहीं दे सकते? रिमाइंड इट, recall it wherever we have said that you cannot give the on clause. You cannot give the on clause in cross join and natural. यहाँ पे भी आप नहीं दे सकते. अब अगर आपने नहीं दिया तो इनर जॉइन तो मैचिंग रिकॉर्ड निकालेगा, लेकिन मैचिंग के लिए कोई बेस तो होना चाहिए. So that base will be taken automatically by natural join. So what is the automatic? So automatically simply means यहाँ पे वो on clause implicitly add करेगा, बट उसके लिए वो उस कॉलम को चूज करेगा जिनके नाम दोनों टेबल में सेम हैं. जिनके नाम दोनों टेबल में सेम है. बट हमारी प्रॉब्लम ये है कि हमारे टेबल में चारों के चारों नाम सेम हैं. 1, 2, 3, 4. Same name. Here also we have a same name. मतलब वो सिर्फ वही रिकॉर्ड्स रिटर्न करेगा जिनका नाम भी सेम है, एज भी सेम है, जेंडर भी सेम है और आईडी भी सेम है. So we don't have any record of that. So if you execute, you will get a no data found. Correct? अब इसमें थोड़ा सा चेंज करते हैं. We will say alter table m wallet. Okay. Rename column name to actor. हमने नाम को चेंज कर दिया एक्टर. Same thing what we'll do now. Rename